Good afternoon. Justice Secretary Boying Remulla says it is about time that a case against China be filed before international tribunals for alleged massive coral harvesting and destruction of reefs in the West Philippine Sea. According to Remulla, he will discuss the matter with the Executive Secretary at the earliest opportunity to recommend the filing of cases against the perpetrators of what he calls an evil act. Remulla says the government has been gathering evidence against China's destructive activities in the West Philippine Sea for many years now, but that the documentation only gained momentum in the last few months. He did not say, however, what international tribunal the country would lodge the case. Meanwhile, Senator Hontiveros is once again pressing China to pay for the environmental damage it caused in the West Philippine Sea. She makes the call as she seeks a Senate probe over China's alleged harvesting and destruction of corals in Roundup reef. According to her, the Philippines could get billions if China is forced to pay, adding that this will equally benefit the country in light of the ongoing economic crisis. This is not the first time the senator urged China to pay for damages. In 2020, Hontiveros pushed the executive to obligate China to pay for damaging reef ecosystems in Panatag Shoal and Spratly Islands due to its reclamation activities. The Asian Development Bank says it revised downward its gross domestic product growth forecast for the Philippines to 5.7% in 2023 from the 6% forecast last April. In an update of its Asian Development Outlook 2023 report, ADB says expansion of the Philippine economy in 2023 will moderate from 7.6% in 2022. According to ADB, growth will moderate even more than previously expected because of high inflation, as well as geopolitical tensions and a sharper than expected slowdown in major advanced economies. It, however, maintains a 6.2% growth outlook for 2024. The Department of Justice says over 10 individuals from the alleged Socorro cult have already been recommended for prosecution for sex trafficking. Justice Secretary Boying Remulla says there is already a resolution on the case as the complaint was filed last June. According to Remulla, the individuals recommended for prosecution are the same people mentioned in news reports and in Senator Hontiveros' privileged speech. He says the case for sex trafficking is either already filed in court or already up for filing. Meanwhile, the Philippine National Police Chief General Benjamin Acorda Jr. says the PNP and the National Bureau of Investigation have started probing the circumstances surrounding the case. Hontiveros earlier said the alleged cult in Surigao del Norte has been preying on minors in the province, subjecting them to sexual abuse and violence. Here's the latest roundup of today's top stories. Justice Secretary Boying Remulla calls for international action against China for alleged massive coral harvesting and destruction of reefs in the West Philippine Sea. Asian Development Bank downgrades growth forecast for the Philippines. And environmental activists who went missing and later on claimed they were abducted by the military now reunited with their families. And these are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good afternoon.